Hello everyone and welcome to a nice new video, a nice new day in the War Within. I hope you had a nice weekend. Today is Monday where I'm just streaming and uploading this video. I hope you enjoyed the weekend and now you had a good start today in the next week. Also the vaults are coming soon in like 2 days. I hope you are ready to just get those vaults filled, just to have another chance to get a nice item. So today I want to present you a plus 16 Priory key that has been played really nicely, I think. An uncommon combo with a Preservation Evoker. Haven't seen that many this season, so hope you enjoy the video. As always, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks about the boss mechanics, as well as a few tricks how to handle some trash packs, and you can also just watch the route of this one. If you're tank, I think the tank in our group did a good job, did some nice chain pulls, and so maybe you just going to learn a bit out of this one. So yeah, let's start. Pull time is ongoing. First pull is really straightforward. We're just going in the right corner. We are focusing the knight and using bloodlust at the first pull as well. And we do not skip this one, because I see a lot of fruits that are just skipping the footman at the start, but we are just playing them. So we're going over, going to Suleiman. First I'm focusing Suleiman as Windwalker, just to get some stacks of my Yardic Reckoning Lightning, and Knight just takes a little bit longer to come to us, so I just was focusing Suleiman for now, but then I just going to switch hard on with the Knight, because Knight AoE compared with Suleiman is hurting a lot, so it's a lot easier unless the Knight is going to die. If you have enough damage, you can focus Suleiman from this very start on, or if you have a big healer, but it's just easier, at least since just 16 keys, to just focusing the Knight to just make sure you're going to survive this pull. Yep, and after the Knight is done, just using Touch of Death, you should focus Suleiman as soon as possible to just use your single target priority, because that's really mandatory in Priory to focus the targets that are high HP, to just make sure the next mini bosses are coming, spawning, and also to make sure that the tank can just pull even more trash into the mini bosses. Here at the start there is not really too much to mention about the kicks. You just have mostly 1 or 2 targets and it has to be kicked. As always, I have my focus target marker, because I'm always kicking star normally, so I just pushed my macro, kicking star. Here I nearly missed it, but everything was alright. Just make sure especially to kick those greater heals by the priest, but also the conjurer's casts are going to hurt a lot. The fireballs can instant kill someone, so you have really to care about those kicks, otherwise your group may die. So then we're just focusing Shady Mail or the Sergeant. Care about the brutal smashes. The circle's a bit weird for melees, but it's not that big of a damage loss, so just make sure to kill those. Here as well you see like the tank is pulling, it's just pulling into Shady Mail. I think this is really good, because the mini bosses take a lot of time, and you're just pulling a bit more trash into the mini bosses, you are saving a lot of time later on. I think Priory is one of the hardest keys anyways that you can play this season. I already hated to play this key last season, because if you haven't played last season, Priory and Floodgate were 2 keys. It has been played already season 2 as well, so I do not like that, but yeah, nothing we can change. So at least we are well known about the keys, but it doesn't make it easier, or at least doesn't help you that much if you have the damage, if you are just dying to too many things. So yeah, here the links, by the way, are really scary. You shouldn't go too much on a spread on this one, otherwise they're jumping around and they're making bleeding stacks and doing a lot of damage to a group. Here also just make sure not to pull the knights into this one, or it's nearly 100% of a wipe and it's not necessary, at least not in a 16. Just play it safe, focusing the kicks on the link on the priests, stun the links. You've seen the knockbacks, knockups helps to just get rid of them. By the way, if you're DK or you've got a DK in your group, just make sure to get those sharpshooters with some grips into your group to just kill them as well. This is a route, by the way, we are playing with the 3 knights, I think. So a kind of tough route, I think, especially for DPS optimization stuff. So just make sure to have every knights some CDs ready, otherwise those knights going to live too long. Here as well, we're focusing the knights. Don't forget to kick the priests, especially the healings, all these mites. But try to hard focus the knights. Also some CCs at the footmen are really good because they are making some AoE circles, and if you do not stun them, they can hurt you as well, especially in melee. Sometimes a little bit weird to see the yellow circles as well, so just make sure to stun those as well if you have something ready. That one that you've seen for now. This one here again, perfect, nice knockback as you've seen. Here, make sure if you're going to skip the path, to not. Okay, he's anyways playing that one. I just didn't remember, so it's anyways. But yeah, you just make sure to dodge the AoE circles, focus Damian, and click the priest in the Conjurer. If you may have seen, I made a mistake to my DPS rotation. I used Crackling Yarn Lightning before I were using my trinket. Yeah, normally you should of course just use Storm, Earth and Fire with this, combined with Xuen, and then you use your trinket and then use all your spells you can use, especially if you're going to save like 10 stacks of Fists of Fury would be awesome, and some Crackling Yarn Lightning stacks as well. Because the crit, the higher crit chance helps you a lot to make more damage in your window with Storm, Earth and Fire and with your trinket. So you see I'm just fully outblasting my mates on this one for now. I just forgot to change to damage overall, but you will see damage overall I think later on. Maybe I just switch with while the key or at the end of the key for sure. So here, yeah, annoying footmans. kill those. I think we could have saved a lot of time here if we would have just moved a little bit faster, but I think he wanted to skip the small mini boss. If you haven't seen it, we skipped the other mini boss. So last night, third night, again just focus tonight, with conjurers and the priests. Use some small defensives here. Care about the circuit of the footman. Here light spawn by the way is also very scary. You see now the purification cost, we're on the healer, that is mostly fine, but if you see someone is out of defensives and is being focused by the purification, it is really good to help those targets with some defensives if you have something like, especially with a paladin, if your paladin is a really good class to just help with like sack or with a big off heal or with like lay on hands or so. Yeah, just watch about your teammates, especially later on after the second boss. We have I think one more light spawn and or two more light spawns, and those are really scary. So make sure to just be careful about those. Here I made it right. Storm, Earth and Fire with Xuen, then I just used my trinket, and then I used my 20 stacks of Crackling Eye Lightning, now with 10 stacks of Fists of Fury. Make sure to focus on your Tiger Palms. Use here at the boss your double Storm, Earth and Fire, just delay it a bit to have more stacks ongoing with the Crackling Eye Lightning. So you should not use your second Storm, Earth and Fire instantly, just use it like I did with 15 or 17 stacks. Even here I used it too early because it didn't use my Eye Lightning stacks in between my Storm, Earth and Fire window. So small explanation of the boss. You already see the boss, that's Dalcry and Dual Mal. Here it's important to just kick those two casts by Dual Mal and by Dalcry, especially Dual Mal, the fireballs gonna hurt you a lot. We mostly play it like healers and ranges are focusing on Dalcry, because Dalcry is also casting mid-while the intermission, and maybe sometimes you're not able to kick the boss on melee, so ranges mostly focusing, at least two of them, at Dalcry, and the Dual Mal should be focused by your melees to kick those as well. Yeah, just make a small rotation. I wouldn't recommend to press too many time into that one, but just to watch the kicks is really important, because Dual Mal's fireballs can instantly nuke you. So make sure to focus about that one. Here, by the way, we save Bloodlust for the next pull, because the next pull with the paladins and a lot of trash is a really scary one, so you should have Bloodlust ready for that pull. And on this one, just try to prepare your major CDs as well, on DPS especially, to just save them for the next pull if you are nearly to have them ready at the end of this boss. So this boss, for the other mechanics, is just spawning those AoE circles, just dodge them, nothing special is going on here. Dual Mal makes as well some small AoE fire circles, kick Dual Mal and kick Dalcry, that's mostly it. Dalcry is also jumping to one target, is focusing it and stunning it so it can't move. Makes also some damage, make sure to use some defensives on this one as well. And Dalcry is also casting a mass AoE cast called I think Battle Cry. Just use also some defensive on this one. Here, by the way, I made a target marker on Skull to just make sure which paladin we are going to focus. So here the yellow AoE circles are not that scary. You can stand in them a bit if you're using a Def CD, but you should make 100% sure to use all your defensives step by step, especially at the end after Bloodlust, because in Bloodlust I think the healer should be barely fine to just higher up your HP, and you should be fine if you have a damage pattern like we do. We have like here 30 million overall by each of our players. The Boomy is doing a great job in this pull here. So make sure to focus the paladins, use some kicks on the priests, on the conjurers. And here's tank, make sure to not go too big on the paladins. Just make sure to have a maximum of 2 or maybe 3 if you can handle those, but I recommend just to have 2 paladins at each time except Bloodlust at the start. The Bloodlust pull was really common, I think, is the normal one with I think 3 or even 4 paladins, but that's fine because they are melting normally really fast, so it's okay on that one. But many of the tanks are going too big in here after the first pull, because they think, yeah, first pull was fine, but they do forget that you have like every CDs ready, you have Bloodlust, so just chill a bit after the first big pull. Make sure to kick the conjurer and the healers here, the priests, focus 1 paladin, and after this pack you can move over at least 1 paladin always on those two packs should die before you are going to the next side. So you see he is already preparing to move to the left side, because I think we need 2 more paladins from upside. Yeah, exactly. Here you see now we got 4 paladins, but 1 already died now, so that's okay. 3 paladins is scary, it's still scary. Just focus the paladin ASAP, use some more defensive if you have something ready, use a heal pot. Make sure to kick the conjurer and the priests. And that's mostly it. Yep, straightforward. So next boss is coming after this 2 paladins. You see our time is now on I think 70, 30, nearly 18. So 14 to 15 minutes should be fine to have left for the 2 bosses and for the last trash packs. You have also 1 more Bloodlust available as well. So that's at least how we are used to play, or am I used to play Priory mostly. But the next boss, small explanation. The next boss is doing some hammers, swirling around hammers that are spawning nearby Brown Pike where you are standing nearby. So you see it like now by my holy hammer. Just make sure to move out as tank early on. Now he is casting his soak ability that you got to soak, and then the abilities with these 3 circles. The circles are spawning under you, so make sure to move away from the soak field to not have the 3 AoE fields nearby you. Yeah, so just first hammers, then the circle that you got to soak, and then the 3 circles that you have to move out of it. So again, hammers into soak field, into 3 shields, like now. Move out of it, wait for the soaks, and unless the shields have been vanished, It should mostly, at least. Here, because we got a paladin, mostly the paladin is doing it solo with Bob and with Bubble, etc. You can also just give a Bob to another player if you communicate it, that he can soak for you. But normally as tank, you just can do it by yourself, so that's not that much to be worried about. You're gonna go back to the corner to just make sure to have those circles not nearby the soak field. And by the way, you have a lot of time to soak, so do not gamble around that too much. If you have no paladin in your group that can do mostly solo soaking, just make sure to use a small defensive and soak by yourself. But only one time each soak phase, so do not double soak. Only with immunities you can soak more. I think DKs can also soak a lot with AMS, but I'm not playing DK this season, so I'm not sure how many stacks you can take. But one for sure, even two should be fine. You also can soak with Windwalker, just make sure to use your diffuse magic or to use your karma. Here, really scary by the way, nearly a wipe. Nearly a deplete on this key, I think, but we instantly rest our tank. So this is why I always recommend not only to have one CR ongoing, I recommend always to have two CRs at least, because it can go horribly wrong, and this key wouldn't have been timed because of that, if you wouldn't have been able to just rest the tank. That's one of the weaknesses, I think, that paladins do have, that they're eating a lot of damage, especially the boss. I don't know if he got a cast or a hit in the back maybe. That's why he died, but I'm not sure about that one. But paladins are really weak, and that's the onlyest small contra if you're using a paladin tank, because paladin tank overall is really strong. They have so many stuns, you do not have to care too much about stun things, so this is really good on a paladin, for example, concerning to other classes, other tank classes, of course. So here as well, make sure to focus one paladin. I didn't mark it on this one because it's just two of them, but even those two can be scary because healers are underestimating damage income of those. But yeah, we have a good damage profile on this one, so it's definitely fine. Yep, so next trash pack is outside the stairs with one mage at the first one. And the light spawn, just make sure to kick the mages. And here again, one light spawn. That's also a scary situation with the paladins, one of the most scariest pulls, I think, because you have one mage that has to be kicked. That's not that big of a deal, but you have also to care about the light spawn, about the purification. Here we were lucky again because the healer will focus by itself, so he just can care about himself to get healed. Just kick the mages and care about the paladins. So you've seen I nearly died. Again, purification on the healer. I don't know, did they change the light spawn, so maybe we were just really lucky that always the healer was focused by the light spawn, but I think it's not normal, at least. But let's see in this one, maybe. Maybe they changed something. No, here's the purification now on Ibra. That's really scary. But you see, I think he used the defensive. Yeah, he used the defensive to stay alive. I'm just going to save mine, especially Karma. I do think I'm also focused on a light spawn at the next one. No, again Ibra. Here you see how hard he's taken. The healer is doing a great job. And that's what I'm talking about here, especially if you are a class that can off-heal, like Lin Hands, or also getting a sack or a bark or whatever. Just use your defensives for your teammates. Yeah. Also, if you're a Evoker, for example, just use Rescue with Shield if you have it skilled. So yeah, just use any defensives to help your pre-mates. Here you see light spawn where it was on me. So always have a defensive ready on your own. Just watch light spawn purification. Here again on me. Here I was using diffuse magic instantly to just make sure to not die on this one. And then next pull will be in the third Bloodlust angle, yeah? So make sure here to care about the kicks on the priests. I would recommend only to go with this combination as he's doing it. Just play it solo, mostly. Just kill at least one of those priests. Maybe even not both of them. Just play it safe, at least on a plus 16. You see we got a lot of time left. I mean, a lot of time is nicely said, but it's not that much time left, but it's okay. But here you see, he waits unless those two casters are dying, then the DK is going to grab the priest, make sure to kick the priest and kill Brown Pike. Fully focused Brown Pike because he's doing taking damage, taking damage, I think. So make sure just to hard focus Brown Pike to kill it. Here I think the tank could have changed a little bit earlier, but I think he wanted to go safe. I think he saw a timer that the timer was fine, so I guess he just played it safe. He just play those footmen and the priest. By the way, it's really scary to pull the footmen into the boss, but you can do it. Just make sure to stun the footmen before they are going to die, because you see, after the footmen dying without any stuns, they're making AoE damage to your whole group, and that's really scary. So as we see now, taking damage, bam, bam, and bam. So if you have a good group, pre-made group, just make sure you have always a stun ready before they die into the boss. If you're just playing the boss solo like we did it, just for security reasons, 4 minutes 30 on this boss. Yeah, it's anyways. So the boss, what the boss doing? The boss is casting a holy flame that is going to follow you. So just make sure to care about who's focused on this holy light. Kick the boss sometimes. Here he's running no kick, that's fine as well. If he says no kick, no problem. I'm not that sure why he doesn't want to get kicked on the boss, because he's not a proc paladin that can spell reflected. That's what I was searching for. But the way the cast is called Purify, yeah, so it's Purify that is going to follow you. The boss is also casting Blinding Light that you see here. Just make sure to watch not at the boss when the cast is going off, so around 1 or 2 seconds left on the cast. Just go turn around and you are safe. Funny aspect, if you're DH, DHs are blind. DHs cannot get blinded. DHs cannot get blinded here by the blinding light, yeah? So you don't have to turn around if you are a DH. And damage income is the same. Even if you turn around, you're getting AoE damage. So at 50% barrier of light on the boss, you just have to move upside. The boss is spawning some adds, so make sure to use some big defensives and also some big major damage cooldowns here. Care about the adds, you can stun them, you can knock them back. I would have recommended using my Ring of Peace a little bit earlier here to maybe just concentrate on one side, but we were fine. It was close, but we were fine. Also care about the Holy Flame. That's, by the way, the AoE cast at the bottom. Just make sure to not stand inside that one. Blinding Light, 2 seconds. Turn around. Care about Purify. Just play it at the normal way, I think. That's the best in here. Play it safe. And here you see 130 seconds left, only 2 deaths. I think that's not really much for a 16 Priory. And was really close, I think. But yeah, the damage of especially about Frost Decay, but also about the Boomy, I think. But Boomy is not that strong this season, but especially Frost Decay could have done way more DPS on this key, I think. But yeah, that's also one of those reasons why that key had been close. So you see, damage is not completely anyways, but it is at least more important to play it safe with those pulls, at least that we did. A tank that makes sure to have some nice chain pulls at the mini bosses at the very start. So yeah, alright, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, and hopefully to see you guys at the next one. Thank you for watching the video. If you have questions about something of the key, of Windwalkers, etc. pp, just go ask it down in the comments below, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.